Good afternoon, guys. We are today going to continue with this web series about how to make a good investment. So, if you remember, last time we talked about location. So, let's imagine you talked with your agent and you did your research as well, and you narrowed down from the country to the city, and then from the city to the pocket areas. I explained there are some pocket areas interesting, some areas not so interesting. So you kind of narrow down your search and you know what locations you want to be. Okay, so you have location under control. Now you need to look for a property that has quality. Why is it important? Because if in a great location you have a really bad apartment, bad villa, bad house, again, for selling it, nobody is interested to buy it. That's the problem. So you focus on quality now. Qualities. When you buy a property with quality, when you buy a property, you have to check the quality. If it's new, brand new, just built right now, ready for you, or is second-hand resale, it's easier to look at it, obviously, because you can see the product now. And there is three things in there usually involved. It's material that they have used to build this property. It's the execution, the build, how well put together is a ton of cracks everywhere, everything is falling apart, or is it a good execution, good build? And also finishing touches, finishes. When you look at the property, there are some properties like that in the market. Not from time to time we see they have used good materials, but the finishing touches are not quite there. Tiles full of cracks in the corners, and finishes are not so good. So just bear in mind these three things when you are looking at the property to check the quality. And if you are looking at the property that is off plan to buy, that is also very interesting. How do you check the quality? Every property, when they put in the market off plan, they do some rendering pictures. These pictures are computer generated. So you look at the pictures and look good, but also look at they will also offer you the list to look at. So they will mention what floor they're going to use, what tile they're going to use. Is it going to be marble floor? Is it going to be ceramic tiles? The kitchen, what type of kitchen? Is it going to be Schneider or Miele? The appliances, are they going to put Bosch or Siemens or whatever? So they have a list for you to look at. So you're not going to buy something that when the property is finished, you will be surprised. There is an agreement that you pay a deposit and so on, but they are going to build it. Usually they will build it according to that agreement you have. Okay, so well, talking about off-plan properties at the moment in Marbella is quite the trend now to buy off-plan. We have a lot of interesting off-plan properties around here, around Marbella, that they are in good locations, qualities. They are guaranteeing what they're going to build. The builders have they are good builders with reputation. Some of these builders already have finished similar projects in the same neighborhood that we can take clients to and show them, look, they finished this project a month ago, a year ago, so you can exactly see their work. So that's also very interesting to buy off plan. Another interesting fact about buy off plan right now in market of Marbella is that trends have shifted quite a lot. A lot of properties, second-hand properties in the market, which were built 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and not quite what people are looking for these days. People these days are looking for properties with bigger terraces, a ton of natural light, which needs massive windows. They want all the amenities if possible. So with the off-plan projects, is kind of ticking more boxes for most customers nowadays. Last year we've sold a lot of off-plan properties. The other thing is, okay, in the past you may have heard like the project never finished and so on, or somebody lost money. These days, when you buy off plan, all the deposits you pay all guaranteed by bank. If for any reason the project never goes ahead, you will get your money back. Okay. The other advantage with off plan, we'll do another project on another video on off plan, but just now that we are talking about it, another interesting fact about these off plan projects we have is that you're not paying all the money right now. So approximately you're paying 20 or 30% now, and 70% of the value of the property you pay in 1 year, 2 years time, whenever is the completion date. When the keys are ready, you inspect the property is the way you expected it, everything is fine. When you go to notary, you pay the 70% of the rest. So that is also a huge advantage for a lot of people. Anyway, let's focus on quality here. Well, generally, when you look at the property, look at the condition. If you are paying good money, you expect condition to be excellent conditions. If you are buying a property that needs renovation, always look at how much renovation work is included. Don't underestimate the work. If you see, for example, it's only one kitchen, okay, it's like 3,000-4,000 euros, or maybe more, 10,000, depending how big the kitchen is, what quality you want to put in there. But with renovation, could be some more work involved. There could be little things when they take the kitchen out. It could be that the pipes need to change as well, or electricity wires need to be shifted to another corner, and can cause you some extra work and extra money. So bear that in mind. One of the good places to look for the quality of the property, look in the kitchen and bathrooms. In the kitchen, look at the appliances, the countertops, see what quality they put in there, the sink. And also in the bathrooms, you can see the taps, the bathtub, the shower screens. You can check, you can see for yourself what sort of quality they put in there. Is it cheap quality or is it good quality? Now, also another thing which is very important when you buy a property and when we are talking about quality, to me, is the features, the stuff that comes with the property. You can have an apartment that is really fantastic looking, but there's not much features in there. Let me talk about features a bit more in depth. Air conditioning, quite important. Well, in Marbella we don't have much of a winter here, but most of these air conditioning units that they are installed in these properties, they do hot and cold both. It's the same air conditioning unit. You can use it in winter to warm up your house, or in summer to cool it down, which is a fantastic thing to have. Underfloor heating, again in Marbella it's not so cold, but some apartments they have underfloor heatings, which is quite nice and toasty for winter to sit around, and the floor is warm, so it's pretty nice. It's good to have it. It's better than not having it at all. A pool. Some properties, like some penthouses, or obviously if you get a private villa, they have a swimming pool. So look at it, see how big it is. Is it tiny? Is it big? Is it good for swimming, or is it only a plunge pool? So you check it out. Fireplace, interesting. Some have it. Lift, important. When you come back from beach, or when you come back from shopping, it's good to have the lift that is installed properly, and from the car park level, which in most cases is underground, taking you straight up to the apartment of yourself, wherever it is. And then wardrobes. Most of the properties nowadays, they have built-in wardrobes. Ensuite bathrooms, again ensuite bathrooms. It shows you that the property has been built with some quality. So they've taken the time to put a nice layout together. But bedroom has ensuite bathroom. It gives you privacy when you are living in there and you have visitors. So that's also quite handy. The storage room, quite handy. Most properties here, apartments, well, villas, they have so many rooms, but with apartments you have a storage room, quite handy. Your ski equipment, your beach stuff, the stuff that you don't want on display in your apartment, you can leave in your storage rooms. Then you have here utility room, again quite handy. Most ladies appreciate this because you have an area that you have washing machine, dishwasher, and you can put your washing on in that corner. You don't have to put it in the terrace, in the view and stuff. So it's quite nice, handy room in that corner of the apartment. Then marble floors. Well, in Marbella, many properties have marble floors. Marble are quite popular. Marble floors are very popular in Marbella. They are easy to clean, and also they are nice to look at. They are in most of the year here is quite warm, so it's nice to have a floor which feels cool. If you put wood instead of that for your floors, it will feel fairly warm in summer. It's not quite nice. And also another thing you can do with marble, which is interesting, every 2-3 years it feels a bit like when you look at it, it doesn't have that shine anymore. There are companies that they can come and polish it for you, so it looks nice and shiny again. So it's quite a nice floor to have. Barbecue area, some apartments have it. If it's a penthouse, sometimes on the rooftop you have a barbecue area. Windows, most properties these days, minimum they are offering these double glazed windows. So it's good for keeping the property warmer and warmer in winter and cooler in summer, plus to stop the noise from coming in. We even have some properties in the Marbella now that have triple glazed windows. Because it's a luxury area, most builders, they find the best quality, the top of the range, and they put in the property for you. So basically, if you're buying a property in Marbella, don't worry too much about quality. Most of the things we are offering you is top quality. What else to talk about here? We have anyway, some properties have electric shutters, so you press a button, shutters go down. You have alarm system already installed, so if you were ever keen to get alarm installed to alarm company, it's just a matter of contacting them and getting them to do a contract for you or whatever, and the wiring is already inside the property, so they don't have to make holes in the walls or anything, so it's all there already. So that's another advantage. However, most people I know in Marbella, they never use alarm systems because it's such a safe place to be. What else? Parking. Most properties have parking space underground. It's quite handy. Some don't have it. In summer, when it's really hot, if you happen to want to use your car at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the car was left in the sunshine for 6-7 hours, if you have experienced it before, when you go and sit inside it, it's like a furnace. It's like hell. It's so hot. So that's quite a nice feature for a property to have. Car park underground, so your car stays nice and cool. If you leave it for 5-6 months as well, you don't worry, okay, it's left on the road or something. So that's another important feature. In terms of utilities, water, electricity, I would never recommend anybody to buy a property that is not connected to electricity and water. This goes back to a lot of legal issues that it comes with a property with not utilities like electricity and water. So bear that in mind. I touch briefly on it right now because I'm going to do another episode on legality, but basically when a property is finished and they take you to town hall, the town hall guy comes to check everything is legal to give them the finishing licenses. If there is any irregularity, they will not give them the finishing licenses. In Spain, they call it first occupancy license. If a property does not have first occupancy license, they will not get water or electricity. So stay away from any property that does not have electricity and water. There are some exceptions, but let's not worry about that at the moment. And phone and gas. Well, gas is not in many parts of Marbella yet. It's only in city center. Telephone, all the areas of city center, and good organizations have it already. I just also made a quick list to explain to you. When you inspect the property, look at the walls, look at the ceilings and the floors. Look for cracks. This is something sometimes people take it, too serious. I roughly explained to you, if on a wall you see like a crack, very small, really does not matter, and every wall after a few years may show 1 or 2 cracks. The ones you have to worry about is that the crack that goes all along a wall or a column for 2-3 meters. If a crack is that big, that is concern, and you have to get somebody to check it for you, okay? To make sure it's nothing bad. And also check uniformity of the walls and ceilings. Make sure when you look at the walls, they are nicely done. It's not bad quality. Check for damp signs. If you see outside the property or inside the roof, the ceiling of the property, anywhere, if you see a sign of damp, get it checked. Sometimes it's not a big deal. We had some properties of a customer a few months ago that their own bathtub over flooded and damaged a wall. Well, that can happen and you have to repair that wall. But it could be a sign of something worse that you have to check. Check for all the wiring necessary in a property when you buy. Most of the properties we deal with, because we select certain properties to work with here, because customers, we have demand quality. They have all the necessary electricity wiring, sockets for phone, for aerial, for satellite, for radio, for everything you think of. Where the bed goes, enough electricity sockets for bedside lamps and so on. So that's it. Another part I wanted to touch on is when you buy an apartment, it's important to look into the facilities you get in that complex. Now I'll explain to you this. In some complexes there is only 1 or 2 swimming pool outside, and that's it. Okay, in city center it depends. In city center many properties may not even have swimming pools. So there are a lot of apartment blocks that there is an entrance, you go to your apartment, there's no car park, there's no swimming pool, there's nothing. And then also there are some properties that are better designed, obviously more expensive, but then they have a spa, sauna, they have indoor heated pool, they have gym, they have indoor heated pool for all year too, which is quite a nice facility to have. A tennis court, concierge service, security 24/7, that kind of thing. These things all together more or less decides what quality you're talking about here. Okay, so keep an eye on these kind of things when you're looking at a property, and in the end you can make a judgment what's the quality. Well, thank you for watching this episode, and looking forward to doing another episode soon. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.